Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms. I consider them to be the smartest money on the street. I consider the closing price to be the most valid price of the day, and therefore that is the price that I make my buying and selling decisions from. So thank you all for coming today. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good trading day. I appreciate you being here. I hope by spending time here and investing time here, it is helping you with your trading and your investing. All right, currently the Dow is down 60 points, down 0.16%. The NASDAQ up 28 points, up 0.18%. And the S&P is up slightly, up 3.09, up 0.07. It's been a wild day today, a lot of volatility. Hope you're staying safe out there and having some good trades. So here is the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back. We're going to take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. I also had 5-day trades today that I'll be sharing with you as well. After that, we're going to go over to the board. We're going to take a look at my students' current positions, talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, and how they are performing. After that, we're going to spend a few minutes speaking about trader psychology. Most important skill you can ever learn is the ability to create a plan and follow it. So we will touch on that. After that, I do have quite a few end of day candidates today. I have gone down through my watch list. I've gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First, combination confluence of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Second, need to have a good risk to reward ratio. It's very important, at least 2-to-1 based upon support below me and resistance above me. And lastly, I need a complete trading plan regardless of the market I'm trading, regardless of the approach that I'm using. For me, that includes the following: 1, position size based upon current market volatility. 2, knowing what your maximum allowed loss is. Number 3, knowing where your emergency stop is. Number 4, knowing where your end of day stop is. Number 5, knowing where your intraday profit targets are. Number 6, knowing where your significant overhead resistance levels are. And number 7, having a good trailing stop methodology in place so that if you have a profitable trade, you do not give it all back. Okay. So using those criteria, I have identified some end of day candidates. Like I said, as we get closer to the close, I will be looking through those, trying to narrow it down to just the very best trade. And I'll take that trade right before the market closes. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need any clarification on anything, please let me know. I'm happy to clarify. If you'd like me to take a look at any stock symbols that you're interested in, put them in the live stream. I will do my very best to get to them before the close of the day. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me that they would like me to update on the board, if you could please wait till the close of the market so I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, pressure's off, and then we'll spend as much time as we need. Okay, so that's the plan for today. I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who's here today. Paxton is first on deck. Good to see you, Paxton. Hope you're having a good day, bud. I will get with you on that scanner. As I mentioned earlier in the day, I just had my hands full. But thank you for being here. And hope you and Tracy are doing well. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Nigma is here. Hi, guys. Good to see you, Nigma. Hope you're doing well. Lava, nice to see you, Lava. Hope you are doing well. Appreciate everything that you do for this channel. There's Jonathan, all the way from Ireland. Nice to see you. Hope you and the family are all doing well. David, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. There's my friend Karen from Wiener Dog Trading. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you, Karen. Hope you're doing well and having a good trading day and regular day. There's my friend Kamal. Good to see you, Kamal. Appreciate everything that you do for this channel, buddy, and for your friendship. Frank is here. Good to see you, Frank. Appreciate everything that you do for this channel as well, Frank, and hope you are having a wonderful day. All right, we've got a lot to do today. There's Glenn. Hey, Glenn. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Here we go. Let's start off. We've got a lot to get through today. So, Lava. Dynamic Duo, Ava, David, Karen, Jonathan, and I did buy American Tower Corporation, AMT yesterday, confluence of signals, higher low V2, under 30, over 30, under 200, over 200, rejection previous day of the negative third ATR channel. Bought this at 262.02. It's 264.35. Up 0.9% on the day, up 0.9% on the trade, and did hit one profit target at 264.70. CGF, Lava, and myself did buy CGF with the sideways motion V2 520 crossover. I say this every day, but when I hear comments, it makes me wonder, because look, the best, in my opinion, best crossovers happen when there is sideways motion. There is sideways motion here. Then we had the crossover, bought here at 47.99, moved up nicely, moved to 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, had a close below the previous day's low, sold half, another leg up here today. It's up 0.69% on the day, and it is up 6.27% on the trade. COF, Tom, Ava, Jonathan, Karen, Lava, and Dynamic Duo did buy Capital One Financial COF with a higher low bounce at the 200-day moving average. Bought here at 152.93. It's down 0.07% on the day, but on the trade, it is up 1.94%. Just missed the one profit target up there. Facebook. Karen and Ava and I did buy Facebook with the close under, close back over the 200-day moving average. Bought here at 323.52, moved up to my 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, then had a close below the previous day's low, locked in half profits here, came down, held the 200-day moving average, continued to move up 0.96% today, and on the trade, this particular trade up 5.12%. SPY, we had an ugly open, so the SPY did not do well. I do buy the SPY every day at the close, hold it overnight, take the overnight risk. I bought it at 468.19 yesterday at the close, sold it at the open for a loss, 466. We'll be buying this again today, holding it overnight, selling it first thing Friday morning. WDC, Dynamic Duo, and Karen and I did buy WDC sideways motion, had the 520 crossover, bought here 507.03. It's currently 57.03. It's 59.83. It is down 1.17% today on the trade, but it is on the day, but it is up 4.65% on the trade. All right, here we go. Apple on the 5-minute. I did buy Apple on the 5-minute earlier in the day. We had a 520 crossover. It looked chasey. I didn't want to chase it. It had a pullback while the 520 crossover was still in place. Triggered a V1, got in at 160.58, got out at 160.80, got out at 161.09, got out at 161.48, and then as we approached the 200-day moving average, got out at 161.56. So that was definitely a nice trade. Let me get rid of that. All right. MasterCard did have a trade on MasterCard here. We had a double top bearish divergence. We had a V1 to the downside. I did short it here at 333.28. I took some profits off at 332.98, but then it went whoop, right above my end of bar stop, got out at 334.07 for a little bit of a losing trade, but thank gosh I did, because look at this huge up move after the fact. Okay, Boeing, had a nice trade on Boeing. Here we go. Right here, had a higher low V2, bought at 210.21, had a big up bar, took some profits off at 210.69, moved up, took some other profits off before the bar closed at 210.91. So in at 210.21, out at 210.69, and out at 210.91. All right, the Qs on the 5-minute. Oh yeah, had a V2 to the downside, shorted at 397.80. Next bar went ripping up higher, got me out for a loss at 398.11. So this was a loss, in at 397.80, out for a loss 398.11, and I just missed it, came down, but that's okay. And then last but not least, VIX, did have a trade on VIX. Here we go. We had a fractal break. I'm sorry. Nope, wrong trade. We had a fractal break here. Didn't want to chase it. Pulled back. Bought it halfway. Bought it 2081. Got out of a portion at 2087. Got out of a portion at 2090. Got out of a portion at 2092. Only had about 1/8 of the position left, and it came all the way back here to my break even. It had moved 1.5 ATR, so I did have to get out, but still profitable trade nonetheless. All right, so that is my day trades. Let's go on over and take a look at your trades, shall we? Here we go. This is Karen and Frank. Karen and Frank did buy CSX, return to value, sideways motion, bought at 35.55. It's 36.66. It's down 0.33% today, but on the trade, it's up 2.20%. So very nice trade there. LRCX, Lova, bought LRCX all the way back here, higher low, 520 crossover, bought at 572.70. It's 656.24. It's down 0.77% on the day, but on the trade, up 12.72%. So let's give a hand to Lova for that trade. Boeing, here we go. This is Kamal. Kamal bought Boeing back here at 206.50. Had a huge move up and then a huge move down. It is up 0.66% on the day, and Kamal is still up on the trade, which is the most important. TU, Lova, bought a return to value, false breakout to the downside, V2, bought at 23.03. It's 23.25. It's up 0.82% on the day and about the same on the trade. TSM, Ava, bought TSM here, V2, bought at 119.10. It is 120.23. It's down on the day, but up on the trade. HLT is Lova, bought Hilton, false breakout to the downside, and a V1, bought at 144.41. It's 145.45. It is down on the day, but it is up on the trade. MMC, Dynamic Duo, and Ava, bought the 520 crossover all the way back here at 164. It's 169.78. This particular trade up 3.4% so far. Fantastic. Play, we have Michael Martin bought Play, return to value, V2, bought here at 38.32. It's 36.68. It is up 1.49% today, but it is down on the trade. GILD, Dynamic Duo, really nice higher low V1, intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average at 67.47. It's $70. It's down 0.89% today, but on the trade, up 3.51%. So congratulations, Tracy and Paxton. Lastly, ENB, Lava bought ENB here under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, under the 100, over the 100, bought at 39.76. It's 39.99. It's up 0.48% on the day and up on the trade. Okay. Tracy says, happy Thanksgiving Eve. Thank you, Tracy. There is Ava. Good to see you, Ava. Appreciate you being here, Ava, and everything you do for this channel. There's Mike C. Good afternoon, Greg and group. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Paxton says, another DB Cooper anniversary. That's right. The DB Cooper anniversary was on Thanksgiving Eve. Nice deep pull on that one, Pax. The way to go. Okay. And Paxton says, nice trade. Lova. I 100% agree. So, wow, market had a big rally here off the lows. Dow only down 11 points now. NASDAQ up 62. SPY up 10. So we are moving up. All right, what time do we have? 1:17. Well, that's good. We're doing pretty well on time. Let's head on over and see. Let's see. Oh, let's go with the poem from Frank. Thank you as always for this, Frank. Really appreciate that. Let me copy this, put this down. All right. Thanksgiving is a time to put trading aside as we acknowledge the bounty in which we abide. Enjoy turkey, stuffing, and some humble pie. Let's give thanks as we gather and look up to the Spirit in the sky. Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Frank. Thanksgiving is a time to put trading aside as we acknowledge the bounty in which we abide. Enjoy turkey, stuffing, and some humble pie. Let's give thanks as we gather and look to the Spirit in the sky. So wonderful, Frank. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. Appreciate you doing that for all of us. Really, really do. There's George. Good to see you. Hi, Greg and Gregorians. Could you check out Garmin? It has some sideways motion. It has a V1 and rejected the 250 SMA. It has a 200 as resistance. Weekly has support on the 50 SMA. Huge down bar. All right. Yeah, I think I looked at Garmin earlier in the day. GRMN. You know, it's not bad. Everything you say, it bounced at the 250. It does have the 200 above. It's a false breakout from this previous low. It has a V1. You're right. It does have the 200 as possible resistance above, which is something it may have to contend with. Let's look at the weekly. The weekly is holding the 50-week moving average. I like it. I actually kind of like it. You have two options here. You could go, your stop could be a close below the 250-day moving average, or it's a V1, so you could also use halfway of the washout bar, which would be right there, George, which would give you a really good risk to reward ratio. Yeah, I quite like it. I do quite like it. All right. All right, everybody. So listen, before we start looking at our end of day trades, before we make our decisions based upon confluences, combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames, good risk to reward ratios, having a complete trading plan. Before we do that, I want to talk about trader psychology. It is the most important skill you will ever develop in trading. I promise you the ability to create a plan and then follow through on your plan. There's some really good Facebook, Twitter channels out there that I like to quote from. This is from Julian Komar at blog Julian Komar over on Twitter. He has a great channel, great information, great post. He's a professional trader, professional financial and trading instructor from Germany. So please support his channel at blog Julian Komar, or just type in Julian Komar. Let's see what Julian has to say today. The most difficult thing for most traders: do nothing. Let's start over. The most difficult thing for most traders: do nothing! Explanation point. Sitting on your hands and waiting for the right opportunity is tough. The market always offers something to trade, and that's so tempting. Develop strong discipline. Develop a strong discipline. He's right, everybody. There's three positions in trading. There's long, there's short, and there is in cash. Those are all three valid positions. You do not always have to be long or short. You can just sit on your hands, wait for that pitch to come to you, wait for that perfect pitch to come across the plate. Take your time, be patient, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. And in the meantime, do nothing while it's happened. Sitting on your hands and waiting for the right opportunity is tough, but it's also the right thing to do. Because as Julian says, the market is always offering something to trade, and it is tempting for sure. You have to develop strong discipline. If I had one thing to tell a new trader, I would say work on your discipline, work on your patience. So thank you, Julian. Please support his channel. I think this is a great post. Really appreciate that, and it was helpful for me. I hope it was helpful for everyone else. Enigma says NOVT. Well, NOVT here had a V1 yesterday, a higher low V1. Now it's moved. We have a 520 crossover. I don't know if that back test well. Let me see if I can take a quick look at it. What was it? NOVT. NOVT. Nope, I do not have that one to back test. I like the sideways motion. I like the 520 crossover, but I really wish I knew if that back test well or not. I think yesterday would have been the day to buy it with a higher low V1. Let's check the weekly. I don't really like the weekly because of the huge down bar 2 weeks ago. If we get to halfway of that, likely there'll be some resistance there, and we're pretty close to that. So if we come back here, yeah, I probably would pass on that particular trade, to be honest, because of the risk to reward ratio. Anya T is here. Hey, good to see you, Anya. Hope you are having a really good day. Hope you're feeling well, and hope you're trading well. There's Vinny. Hi, all. Have a great Thanksgiving, gang. Thank you, Vinny. Appreciate that. And speaking of Thanksgiving, Friday is going to be an early day. From 10 to 11, the podcast will be from 10 to 11 Mountain Standard Time, or noon to 1 Eastern Standard Time. So if you come here at the regular time, we will all be done. So Friday, it's 10 to 11 Mountain Standard Time. Just want to make sure you are aware of that. And it's good to see you, Vinny. All right. All right, we have got a lot to look at today, so let's go through and take a look-see, shall we? Oh, actually, I just heard the dinging bell. So Facebook did just hit a profit target. Yep, there it is. So that's good. Well, while we're here, let's take a look. So AMT doing great. One profit target, profitable on the day, profitable on the trade. CFG, one profit target, profitable on the day, profitable on the trade. COF, down a little bit on the day, but still nicely profitable on the trade. Facebook, we just talked about it, up on the day, up on the trade. SPY had the overnight SPY trade, which was a loser. Big reversal. I will be buying this today at the close, holding it overnight. And then WDC, a little bit down on the day, but up on the trade. I am 1.5 ATRs from entry. And so when that happens, if I get a close below the previous day's low, I would lock in half. That's what this pink line is here. That's the low of yesterday's, the price of yesterday's low. We came right down to it and bounced. So everything looking really, really good. Very happy for today. It's been wonderful, and some really good day trades as well. David says Starbucks has a 520 crossover. Yeah, I looked at Starbucks earlier. I think Paxton pointed that out. And it does, let's see. Oh, the 520 crossover, I already looked at this. The 520 crossover, David, happened yesterday, I believe. Let's see. Yesterday, 112.38, 112.34. So yeah, yesterday, David, the 520 crossover happened. Also, we had a close back above the 200-day moving average. So I like the sideways motion, right? Sideways motion leads to trends. That's generally the case. We just don't know if the trend's going to be up. We just don't know if it's going to be down. But after this much sideways motion, I would imagine that pretty soon this will trend one way or the other. But the 520 crossover was yesterday. We are above the 200-day moving average, which is good, and it's holding. Would I buy it here? Let's check the weekly. We're right at halfway of that big weak down bar. Me personally, I probably would not buy it, but that's just me, and I'm wrong all the time. All right, here we go, everybody. CCL. CCL has a false breakout to the downside from this low. It has an under 30, over 30. It has a rejection of the -1 ATR channel. It also has V1. Today's bar is day 2. The day before was day 1. Today we went below it. Looks like we are above day one's close, and again, it's a higher low under 30 over 30. Here we went under 30 over 30 as well. Here we're doing it. Let's take a look at the weekly, see what the weekly looks like. Doesn't look great, actually. We've rejected the 1 ATR channel above. It's up barely on a day when 2 of the 3 indexes are up. I liked it better earlier. Let's see, the close here is 2015. We're at 2017, so the V1 trigger is intact, but let me put a line there. Let's see. Close 2015. All right, so we'll just put that there as a marker. But yeah, under 30, over 30, V1, higher low V1, actually, higher low under 30, over 30. So it's pretty decent, actually. UPST, we have very similar under 30, over 30. We have a V2. Here's day 1, here's day 2, here's day 3. 2 washes out 1, 3 closing above day 1's close. On the other side of the equation, we have the -3rd ATR channel right above us, the 5 EMA right above us. Let's check the weekly. I like the weekly. Weekly bounce at the -1 ATR channel. So let's take a look. That's UPST. Z is Zillow Group. We have an under 30, over 30, under the -3rd, over the -3rd, under the 5 EMA, over the 5 EMA. Let's check the weekly. Weekly still has the -1 ATR channel above. It's okay. I wish there was a double bottom with the bullish divergence here, something like that. Probably not. Yeah, I think there's better. APPN. A lot of these charts look very similar. We have an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, and a V2. If we look at the weekly, we've held the -2 ATR, so I do kind of like APPN as well. I remember trading this stock previously. Penn Gaming, under 30, over 30. We have the -1 ATR channel below us, which is good. Let's check the weekly. Weekly has the -2 ATR channel above, so I don't like that one as much. Lemonade has an under 30, over 30, under the -3 channel, over the -3 channel. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly has the -2 ATR channel above as resistance, has the 5 EMA above as resistance, so I don't like that one quite as much. Here is Caterpillar. Paxton pointed this out to me earlier. We do have a 520 crossover on Caterpillar. Let's go over here to ETF Replay and let's check. And I am using this with permission by ETF Replay. Let's run the back test, the 520 EMA crossover. It does back test well, 727% with the 520 crossover signal. Drawdown much less than buy and hold. So that one is also a potential. I wish there was a little bit of sideways motion when it happened. We did have sideways motion down here, but it has moved up since then. So it's decent. Yeah, it's decent. DocuSign has an under 30, over 30, has a V1, rejected the -3 ATR channel. If we look at the weekly, it did bounce off the -2 ATR channel, but that's down there a ways. It's up 40 cents, 60 cents. It must have heard me. It's okay. We're going to have most likely resistance of the 250 above, the 200 above. There's this big down bar here halfway. I think there's better. SPCE, under 30, over 30, rejection of the -3 ATR channel. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly is hovering and holding the -2 ATR channel there. That one's okay. Grub has a V2. I don't like the risk to reward ratio at this point, however, so I think I'm going to let that one go. Twilio, nice V2 here. It's right at the -1 ATR channel and the 5 EMA. There is no double bottom bullish divergence. It looks like it, but there's no green here in the middle, so I'm going to let that one go. From a risk to reward standpoint, OLO looks pretty good. Under 30, over 30, V1, rejection of the -2 ATR channel. Let's go over to the weekly and see. Weekly, we're not really at any support. The resistance is closer above us, so I'll probably let that one go as well. BEPC has a V1. This one, no good. It's not over 30 RSI yet. ARC has an under 30, over 30. It does have the -3 ATR channel hanging over as resistance, so I think I'll let that one go. And then FND, this looks pretty good as well. This is a false breakout to the downside and a V2. It's 50-40 AVA. AVA pointed this out. So I would be watching to see whether or not the 50 RSI holds here. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly's also a V1. Rejected the 1 ATR channel above. So at the moment, got CCL, UPST, SPCE, APPN. Those are probably my favorites on the day. CCL with under 30, over 30, and the V1. If we look at the weekly is okay. It's not great. It did reject the 1 ATR channel. UPST, under 30, over 30 with a V2. Good risk to reward ratio. I do like the -1 ATR channel there on the weekly, holding that. So with that said, let's see, UPST. SPCE has been kind of a difficult one to trade. Let's go over here to the weekly. I think I still like UPST better. And then APPN, I do like, probably right now, I like APPN and UPST the best. UPST, APPN, yeah, I like those the best. UPST and APPN. All right, so I can get rid of Boeing here. I'll put that over here. I can get rid of the Qs and the VIX. All right, there we go. So UPST here, the under 30, over 30, the V2. What I like about this on the weekly is it's holding the -1 ATR channel, holding a level there. And then APPN under 30, over 30. If we look over at the weekly, held the -2 ATR channel. So those are the two that I'm kind of looking at today. And let's see if anybody has any feedback or thoughts on that. Ava has SE. Oh yeah, I looked at this one, SeaWorld. Okay. Rejection of the 200-day moving average twice. It is up 0.87%. Reject the -3rd ATR channel. Not over the 30 RSI yet, which would be good. I like the weekly too. I like the rejection of the -1 ATR channel. Yeah, that one's pretty good, Ava. That one's pretty good. Ava says SE, and Ava says, oop, just saw Jonathan's post. Where was Jonathan's post? Oh, SE if it goes over 30. Yes, that is correct. I would like it better if it went over 30 because there's those sellers above. John, how you doing? ARKG. Well, John, nice move back up today. Just like SeaWorld, though, it's still under the 30 RSI. I would prefer to see that over the 30 RSI. Let's take a look over at the weekly. Weekly's holding the -3rd ATR channel, so that is pretty good. But on ARKG, I would definitely wait for at least over 30 RSI to give you that support below. Lova wants to look at VIR. Double bottom bullish divergence and a V2. Did yesterday's go under 30? It looks like yesterday went under 30, over 30. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly right there, kind of between the -1 and the -2. We do have the big down bar over here on the weekly, Leva. So if we draw a line through that on the weekly, then we can kind of take a look at the risk to reward on the daily. You know, there's a good chance that we're going to run into resistance about 34.20. So is from here to here double from here to your stop. I don't think it is. Me personally, I would probably wait. More than likely, it'd probably rally a little bit higher, but then I'd wait for the pullback, look for the higher low V1. But yeah, you could take it as is, but I just think the risk to reward ratio is a little off. It's not a higher low V2 though, Leva, because this low went lower than over here. So this is a lower low V2, not a higher low V2. See the difference? This V2, the low here went lower than over here. See, I'll draw a line. It is a false breakout to the downside though with the V2 because this went below this low. So yeah, I'm kind of sticking with my guns there. I would rather wait for a return to a higher low V1 or V2. I'd rather this move up into the value zone, have a bit of a pullback, then look for a V1 or a V2. That's my best take on that stock. Task Us. It's a 36 RSI. It went under 30, over 30. It's up 8.43%. That's a little chasey, in my opinion. If we look at the weekly, I do like the weekly. We've bounced off the -1 ATR channel. You're most likely going to hit resistance up here at about 50 RSI. Let's see where that will be. Like if we did that on Friday. So 50 is going to be right about here. So the risk to reward does make sense, because if you bought this here, your stop would be a close under 30, but if 30 is going to be down here, it still makes sense. Let's see if we look at the weekly. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm a little concerned about the up 8%. I think honestly, the best way to answer this is if I was looking at this, I would probably go through it pretty quick though, because this big downwards motion we've had and this bounce, yeah, we can get a bounce, but yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's legitimate. But I think there are better risk to reward ratios to be had. Leva says, yes, sheesh, it's not a higher low, thanks. Yep, but it is a false breakout to the downside. It is a false breakout to the downside in a V2, but, just because something has a V2, something has a crossover, something has a false breakout to the downside, that's good, right? That gets us interested in the trade, but we still have to look at the risk to reward ratio at the end of the day, and that's what concerns me on that one. All right, so AMT. Current positions doing very well, up 1.27%, one profit target. CFG doing great, really great. This did get to a 65 RSI. Well, it's 66.26 now, so clearly. But I just put this here because my end of day stop will be a close below the 5 EMA. But of course, I'd rather see this go up a little bit, get to the 70. Wait, let me check. Did it get to the 70? 67.91, got pretty close, but not there yet, so I'm still holding. COF down a little bit on the day, but up on the trade, nothing to be done there. Facebook doing great, hit the one profit target today, nothing to do there. I already have SPY keyed in for the overnight SPY trade. And then WDC doing great, holding yesterday's low, so that's what's most important. So I will also be keeping that as well. Karen says UPST has 200 not so far beneath, which may want to be tested. That is a good point. Hard to say. Hard to say, Karen, but I hear what you're saying. The way that I look at these 200-day moving averages is that, like myself, I like to buy off of the 200-day moving average, and a lot of people do as well. So they may go on buyer strike until it gets to the 200-day moving average. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, which what Karen's referring to, it may come down and test. So I think that's a really good point. I'm a little torn here because I like the rejection of the -1 ATR channel in the value zone. If I'm trying to nitpick UPST, the one thing I can nitpick is that we have the resistance of the -3rd ATR channel above. That is acting as resistance. It's been a pretty sustained downtrend. Yeah, it's a very good point, Karen. That very well may happen, but it does have an under 30, over 30. But you're right. That is a very, very good point. Tracy says MDT under over 30. Yeah, barely, right? It's 30.15 at the moment. Let's take a look at the weekly. We always want to look on the dailies, right? I'm glad it's back over the -3rd ATR channel. Let's take a look at the weekly and see if there's anything there. Yes, it did bounce off the 100-week moving average. I wish it was closer, though. I wish it was closer because now we have that -2 ATR channel above us as resistance. I wish there was a double bottom and a bullish divergence. I think that, and then we have the 5 EMA up here. Not bad, not too bad whatsoever, Trace. David says AES. Higher low V1 bounce off the 50 MA. Yes, it did. It went under 50, over 50. It has a V1. It's a higher low V1. David's right. I like the sideways motion. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, Dave. I like it. Weekly does have the 50-week moving average above. That's something to consider. We are under a 520 crossover on the week as well. But you know this, Dave. Stop would be halfway of the washout bar right here. I would wait till the end of the day to see if this closes over 50, because if it rejects the 50 and closes back under, then I wouldn't take, if we're nitpicking this, we have the 200-day moving average above as well. APPN is going to be my pick for today. So 13-cent spread on APN. Be aware of that. You may want to try to get in there and middle some of that on the bid-ask spread. But yeah, I like APPN the best today with the under 30, over 30, under the -3rd, over the -3rd, V2, and then on the weekly holding of the 2nd ATR channel. So that is my favorite at the moment. Oh, great. All right. Give me a second. Boy, this has been acting up like this for a while. Okay. Well, that's not good. Give me a second. I'm having to look for something. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh, I'm glad this happened earlier because I think this is going to take a minute. All right, so again, I am buying APPN today. Everything else keeping. COP 520 crossover. For Tracy, it does backtest well, up 185.8%. Let's look at the chart. Big move, Tracy, before the crossover, right? Sideways motion here, but then we went down, so it's taken this already big move up to make the 520 crossover happen. I would prefer that the 520 crossover happened with the sideways motion. You see a significant move up already. In my experience, those are not as good as signals. Although this could go up, we don't know. It definitely could continue to go up, but I don't like to chase momentum. I like it to come out of sideways motion, but it does backtest positively. SPY making a high on the day. Steve Burns, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everything you do for this channel, Steve. Steve is long FAS and long CPE and long FCX and CLF. Oh boy. All right, here we go. FAS, 520 crossover. CPE, 520 crossover. FCX, $38.74, and long CLF with 520 crossover. All right, so there you go, everybody. Steve's buying FAS, he's buying CPE, he's buying FCX and CLF. Steve says also RJF and CLFT have 520 crossovers. Yes, they do. And CFLT also. All right. I was stuck car rental place for an hour, so I had to buy them an hour ago before I started driving. It may have been a good thing. Okay, good. Good, Steve. All right, so APPN is what I'm going to be buying today. Just waiting for the close. Well, I guess I can do it right now. All right, it's down to an 8-cent spread, which is a little bit more reasonable. All right, so I did buy APPN. Three minutes to go, everybody. All right, so I'm taken care of. I did buy APPN. The rest of the positions, nothing I have to do with those. Sit back and have a little drink of water. All right, 1 minute. Oh, sorry. Not quite 1 minute, or a little longer than 1 minute. All right, now we have 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go before the close. Thirty seconds. All right, 10 seconds to go. All right, that is it. Let me take a look and see where I bought things today, and then we'll get those up there. So I bought Overnight Spy at 469.44, and I bought APPN at 75.92. All right, so APPN I bought at 75.92. And then the Overnight Spy trade I bought at 4 $469.44. $469.44, and that will be sold Friday morning. So if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to put up on the board, share on the board, this would be the time to do it. If you could just put them in the live stream. Before I get to that, just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I'm a good teacher. I teach a great course, just one-on-one. I think it's the best way to learn anything. I teach you all 5 of the different trading approaches that I use. I teach you step by step. When you're done with this course, you're going to have a better feel for the market. You're going to be a better trader. I promise you. The course does cost $1,750, but it's worth every penny. If you're interested in setting up and doing this course with me, just email me. Email is in the link of the description of this YouTube video. If you do email me, I will reply and say, hey, thanks for saying hi. Let's set up a Skype call. Skype call is free. It's not a sales call. I just want to learn more about you, your trading, your challenges, your goals, what you're hoping to achieve by taking the course. And then also it's a good time for you to ask me any questions about the course. Specific questions about the course. And then when we're done, think about it as long as you want. And one day you wake up and you say, today's the day. I really want to learn this skill. Email me back and we'll get it all scheduled up. Number 2, I do have an online course available at udemy.com. It's a great course. It's 9.5 hours of video. It's 26 videos total, 15 study guides. I teach you the deep dip buy stock trading strategy. It's something I use all the time. It's one of my favorite strategies. There's so much content in that course. I've had so many good reviews, so much feedback from around the world. And the best part is it only costs $12 or $15. If you have some time over this Thanksgiving weekend, do yourself a favor, go to udemy.com. The link's in the description and watch that course. I promise you. And for $12 or $15, it's worth, it's worth so much more than that. But if you're not able financially to do the one-on-one, do the online course at udemy.com. You will be glad you did. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps build the channel, helps keep the channel around, lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. And so if there was something valuable that you've learned today or in the past, all I ask if you could hit the thumbs up button. Okay? All right. Now, I know we have some new stuff here. Let's start off with Steve. Steve is in at 143.38. That's Steve with a 520. All right. So we've got one down. CPE. $60.98. Oh, good entry there, Steve. Okay, and that's the 520. CLF. $22.81. And FCX, did I just do that one? Oh, okay. That one's on the weekly for the dynamic duo. Okay. So we'll go here. 38.74. is Steve. $520. All right. Ava is in SE. At 284. Very nice, Ava. Great trade, Ava. 284 for Ava. That's a beauty. And F and D. Okay. And Ava got into F and D at, oh, just got in. Okay. All right. Frank says XLF at the close. FLX at the close, or XLF, sorry. XLF at the close. 520 crossover, I believe, Frank, yeah? Happy Thanksgiving to all. You as well, Frank. Jazz, happy Thanksgiving, traders. Nice to see you, Jazz. Thank you. Hope the same for you. Dynamic Duo is in AAPN. Happy Thanksgiving, Tracy. Karen is also in APPN. And FCX. Okay. Karen. Okay. Lava is in APPN. No exits. LRCX keeps using the 70S support. That's right. Joshua David, nice to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, trader, student from Udemy course. Oh, thank you for coming, Joshua. Thank you for watching the course. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. David says, happy Thanksgiving all. Thank you, David. You as well. Karen says, thank you, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. So remember now, on Friday, it's a short day. It's a half day. It's 10 to 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is noon to 1 Eastern Standard Time. So it's basically 3 hours earlier than we normally do it on Friday. And of course, tomorrow we're off for Thanksgiving. So nice day today. Grateful for that. What's going on after hours here? Not much. Facebook's up a little bit. Qs are down a smidge. S&P's up a penny. Mike C says, thank you, Greg. Wishing you and everyone a happy Thanksgiving. You as well, Mike. Appreciate you coming back. Jonathan says, had to nip out and pick up one of the children, so no trades. Happy Thanksgiving. So thank you, Jonathan. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. if you have family, if you enjoy time with your family or your significant other, I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. Hey, before we go, thought we were going to get out of here without reading this, huh? This is by Martin Kornfeld. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. It's something I try to do every day. Some days better than others, but I really do try to do a nice thing for a human being every day. I try to do something nice for an animal every day. And, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm sure everyone's going to be a little bit nicer, but, maybe we can have Thanksgiving all year round. Just try to do one nice thing for another human being. And maybe another nice thing for an animal. It really would make the world a better place for sure. And John says, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you coming back. Glad to know you. And all right. Well, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, it's a beautiful day here in Utah. I'm going to head out on a walk with my little pup next door. That will be fun. Lova says, thank you for everything, Greg. You're welcome, Lova. And good trading, everyone. Boy, nice trades out there. I go through these trades every day. They're looking pretty dang good. And so one position today in APPN, and all the rest doing splendidly. Okay, everyone. Well, any other comments, any other questions, anything I can help you with, any jokes, haikus? Frank says, good luck with the politics tomorrow. That's true. That's true. And thanks for a great poem today, Frank. Thanks for a great Thanksgiving poem. All right. Well, I think that's it, everyone. Take care of yourself. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a good rest of your day. Be good. Be safe. Drive safe. Especially drive safe tomorrow on Thanksgiving. A lot of people out there. If you have some downtime, study your charts. Read one of Steve Burns' trading books. Love those books. And by the way, you can find him at newtraderu.com. That's his website where he has books, courses. You can find him at @sjosephburns on Twitter as well. So, okay, I think that's it. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. And again, remember Friday, it's 3 hours earlier than normal. It's going to be 10 to 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's going to be 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lova says, was everyone's positions green? I don't remember. I mean, there's some down on the day, but no, there were a few that were down. Love it. Jagan says, thank you, Greg. Hey, Jagan, good to see you. Glad that chart worked for you. And all right. There was a couple that were down, actually down on the day and down on the trade, and some that were up on the day and some down on the trade. But overall, looks pretty good. So congratulations. All right, everybody. Okay, we will talk to everyone later. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.